I'm talking about my tier 5 clears this time. I'll start from lowest. Or yeah, I'll show my videos. My No Falls. I actually like this game a lot. Playing it for the first time, but I didn't like doing No Falls that much. It's probably the most frustrated I ever got with a tier 5. Like I have clips of me slamming my desk. Is this it? Yeah, this is me slamming my desk. Yeah, map 1 is pretty easy, even for No Falls. Map 2 and 3 are a lot harder. This place is pretty hard. I don't really know which one is harder between map 2 and 3. I think Ghost of Kebab is harder for Snake Ring. But 2 and 3 are probably on par for No Fall. Yeah, this water area is hard. I'm bad at slow timings. I think I played this game after I quit a job, and I hadn't really been playing games for a while. I guess it was like the first one I got back into. I was just out of practice. I think I just struggled with it a lot. What was hard about map 3? This might have been precise. There's some of these small step jumps. This area is easy. I think this is a bit of a struggle, but it's kind of forgiving. I think there's a lot of falls here that you hit a slope and just survive it. I think this section is hard to find a good strat. That was pretty hard. Yeah, it's not even the end of the map. I think the end of this map wasn't too hard. section of the snake is map 2. I don't even remember which map is which. Oh, the ending's not too hard here. He's coming up on the last room. Maybe this was awkward, but I don't think it's as hard as it looks. Yeah. Jump King. I think it's a great game, but I didn't like enough falls. Astragon. Astragon is a bit of a weird one. Maybe because it's pretty short. I think the last level in this is quite a lot harder than everything else. Yeah, some parts of this are precise. In this game, is it tier 5? I think all the clears cleared this game pretty fast. So I didn't know if it should be a tier 5 or not, but then someone took over 200 hours to clear it. So I don't doubt it being a tier 5 anymore. I'll just show the last level. Actually, this section is a bit awkward. I think I died to this level a couple of times. And in this part, I think for a long time I was trying to use all 3 of these jump refreshers, which is way hard. It's actually a lot easier to just use the second one and go straight to this thing. Last level is next. This is like some parts of this are really precise. I did like that game, honestly. Okay, no, I'll make it 3.5. Octahedron is very underrated. Only 2 of us cleared it. I think more people need to purchase and play this game and 100% it. And clear Rogue Extra because it's not even a real Deathless run. So I guess it's actually, I think this is a really good accessible Deathless challenge for someone who's not that experienced with them. You just get an extra life. I think I thought about doing it again without the extra life. Maybe someday. Do you have a video of this game? I like some of the strats I came up with in the last stage. I think people are put off by this game because it's so visually intense. But I like things that are visually overwhelming. I like flashing colors and loud sounds. Actually, I don't like loud sounds, but I like listening to multiple songs at the same time sometimes. I thought the boss in this game was really hard, but it's easy for everyone else. Alright, I want to see which level I had a strat that I liked on. Where was it? Oh, this level. Yeah, this is probably my favorite level. I think the light bulbs always move away from you. So I kind of found the route that made getting around them easy. It probably is better to skip killing these light bulbs. I was trying to be safe. And here's a boss. I think I wasn't careful enough with this boss. That's probably why I struggled. But I'm also just shit at bosses. I think I lost 2 or 3 runs to this boss. I actually got to this boss with the extra life still left and died to it. I think on my clear I died in somewhere in stage 4 to something random. See where I died. Was it this level? No, it wasn't this level. Yeah, this is where I died. This one is really stupid. Because I was slightly too low, so the weapon thing didn't go above the platform. And I just walked right into the enemy. More people should play this game. I bought this game for a few people and nobody played it. And Dust Force. Dust Force is really good. I think I cleared it in December. I think I did it all in 1 month. I played the game before in like 2017 or something. But I didn't do any of the difficulties. Probably an uncommon opinion, but I like Infinity more than Yota. I thought Yota was pretty awkward. Even though Infinity's way harder. This part was hard to get consistent. I think I died multiple times at the end of this. I think I actually died to a slope somehow. At one time. I think I died like 3 times to going through this gap. But I got AS many times. And you can skip destroying this because you need it at the end to hold your combo. This part is hard. Like I thought this was really inconsistent to get through this section with the enemies. It took me a long time to get used to it. I did get pretty consistent at this in the end though, because it took me so long. I don't think I've seen anyone else do that. Or probably someone else does it, but I think it's a lot easier to hit the bottom one first. But usually people don't do it. This section is really hard. I mean, I got a lot of advice on Yoda and Infinity because Mini Burger found out I was playing it because he saw my leaderboard submissions. And then he just gave me advice. And he made a replay of Infinity with strats that he wanted to show me. And yeah, this part's annoying. It's just stalling, hitting a cherry. I mean, I tried to get I got both the cherries this time, but I tried to get the cherry from the previous section down, so it doesn't take as long to build the super meter. I died a couple times here for sure. It's pretty hard to center yourself for this cap. Of course, this is the hardest section of the level in terms of precision. And if you check people's replays, sometimes they take a long time here to line themselves up. And you have to hit this prism so many times. I did die to that drop once, because my eyesight's not good enough to line it up anymore. Dust Force is one of the greatest platforms ever. It's a pretty unique one as well. Celeste was the first big Death Wish run I'd done. Because before that, the only Death Wish runs I'd done were Ink and the Super Mega card and the Endless Night, because Iron God wasn't a thing yet. I didn't like Celeste as much as everyone else does. It's still a great game, but it wasn't is impactful to me. But yeah, at the time I cleared this, like, I hadn't done anything nearly as hard as it. So I was just learning my approach to it. I didn't know how to approach it yet. Or how to approach Deathless runs like this yet. So I kind of learned how the hard way when I played this. What year did I clear this? 2019? I actually only had one death to the last stage. But I was so inconsistent that it took me a long time to even get that far. I think it was the second time I'd got to this stage. I think I died 1 or 2 times here. I died once to this stage. I don't remember where I died. Actually, I almost died to the golden room. Yeah, I almost died here. And when I cleared it, like I wasn't nervous when I was playing it, but after I cleared it, I remember getting really nervous. I think when I remember exactly how it felt when I played this run. Once I got to this stage, I just blacked out, fully locked in, until after I cleared it. I'll say it's 4.5, to be fair to it. And how many people cleared so fast? Probably a lot. Like hundreds of people have done Chapter 9 Deathless. I mean, there's probably hundreds more than this. Cloudblood is still my favorite Deathless run. And not that many people have cleared it either. There's more than this. I mean, Apollo, most of these people have cleared it. At least top 4 have cleared it. And I know a bunch of other people have cleared it as well, that are just not on the site. But this game had a problem with crashing. You would get crashes like more than 30 levels in. I think I usually crashed at level 32. But this is footage of a crash. It's not good to have crashes that far into a Deathless run. But the reason that happens is because of a memory leak. I think I don't know if it's fixed now. I heard it takes longer to happen, but it's not completely fixed. But still, this is still my favorite Deathloop run I've ever done. Because the game is just so good. Like, once you figure out how to fix the crashes, it's completely fine. You just have to turn down the graphics settings and reset the game every once in a while. Because when you lower the graphics settings, the crash can still happen, but it just takes longer. But this game is just so good. Even the easy stages you can... There's always like skips you can use, and you can always just go fast and speedrun it. But yeah, you can do things like this ledge boosting. And to be honest, I did it a lot more than was necessary. It's probably a lot easier not to do it. But I just love doing tricks like this. Especially backline, I didn't give a shit about choosing the easiest strats. I just did whatever I wanted in these runs. Yeah, right. That jump is not even necessary. People usually take like an hour and a half to clear this game. I took just over an hour. I think speedrunners have done it pretty fast. Like Califin done it in like 30 something minutes. Which is really impressive. Okay, end of this stage. I almost die here. I don't really know how this worked, but I dashed here and I jumped way too late, and I still got enough height somehow. I think you're really supposed to dash and then jump after like 2 frames, but this is so delayed. I still made it somehow. I don't know what would have happened to me if I died this far into the run though. Oh, I would have just tried again. And this strat that I'm about to do is really unnecessary as well. The main path is a lot easier. And I was kind of low there. I almost got caught on the cage. Hi Chara, hope you're doing well. Welcome. Yo, this strat is so stupid. Oh, this is Cloudboat. I'd really recommend this game. I love this game so much. There's an infamous person on the leaderboard. Alright, no doubt I'm giving this 5 out of 5. Do I stream often? I'm on summer break right now, so I'm trying to do some streams. But I'm just getting into it right now, basically. Like before this week, I'd almost never streamed. I've done a few streams here and there. Have you played Super Cloud Belt? No, I haven't played it yet. I think it's unlisted on Steam, so I can't buy it unless I get a key. But hi, Akri. Hope you're doing well. Again, I was just looking at Cloud Belt. But yeah, I've heard Super Cloud Belt is going to be available on Steam again at some point. So I'll probably check it out whenever it becomes available. Because I would like to play it, but I'm also, you know, so many other games. Looks like I never give up next. Actually, how many people cleared this? 6 people? There's more. Maestrum cleared it as well. I know that. I think I may be the only one who likes Never Give Up. I actually really enjoyed this Deathless run for Never Give Up. And do I have a... Where's my video of this? Oh, here it is. Yeah, people complain about getting inputs in this game. That's a valid complaint because it does happen, but it doesn't happen for no reason. You have full control over it. It is jank, but it only happens when you jump. If you've already used, no, if you haven't used your double jump yet, and you jump 1 frame before you hit the ground, you would expect to just have the jump buffered, and it should work, but it just eats the input. You can buffer jumps earlier than that, but 1 frame before it just doesn't work. But once you know that, you can play around it. Like as soon as I figured that out, it never happened to me again. There's also a similar thing with wall jumping. I don't remember exactly how it worked. But if you just always do the inputs the same way, it's fine. But maybe I was kind of lucky with this run because I did clear it. I think it was only the 2nd or maybe 3rd time after getting past stage 2 because I practiced a lot. Because that's how I prefer to approach these runs nowadays. I usually do more practice than anything else. It's worth it. Final stage is... I had trouble memorizing this stage. Because some of the levels switch things up. Like, if you don't know how this game works, it repeats the same room 5 times in a row, but it gets harder each time. And in this last stage, we like to switch things up. So it's a bit hard to memorize everything. The boss is pretty cool. The rest of the bosses in this game are a bit underwhelming. And you would think this boss is pretty awkward with the movement, but it's actually fine. I think this fight works pretty well. I didn't know people who attempted the Deathwish run have died to this boss before. But it didn't happen to me. Anyway, what's next? Actually, I'll give a rating to Never Give Up. Oh, which one is it? .5. No, 2.9. Nobody likes this game. I'll give it a 4.5. It's actually a good platformer. Like, you don't have to do it with that first run, but I'd recommend the rest of the game. Right. What's Hunger next? I like this game. I think, I guess it's the ocean stage. I think people usually find this one the hardest, but Arctic took me longer, and Space took me longer in this. From what I've heard, everyone else finds Space the easiest, but that was the hardest for me. I don't know what about it made me struggle so much. And I don't know why I found Ocean the easiest. Actually, it wasn't the easiest. Plateau is easier. But even the mines took me longer in this stage. But the hard thing about this stage is this level. This drop at the start of the level. This is pretty precise. I got it pretty consistent now. And the last level as well is precise. Yeah, this last level, you have to be pretty fast because the water's rising. You know, if you don't jump right, you can miss like some of the items. I think that first one was, it can be hard to reach if you don't play right. But obviously you just try to move in the same way every time. Do I have a video of Space? I'll show Space because I guess it's supposed to be the easiest out of the hard stages, but it was by far the hardest for me. It took me the longest by a long shot. And the last level is pretty hard here. I think I struggled with this because it's really cycle based and timing based. That's not my strong point. Yeah, this level was really hard for me for some reason. I did die to this level once. And I also cleared the stage, like the entire stage deathless, after dying to the first level and not resetting, so it didn't count. So that was a distressing experience. Honestly, like, I enjoyed the rest of the game a lot, but This stage was one of the most distressing Deathwish runs I've ever done. Because this was worse than Jump King. I think Jump King was the only other game that I got really frustrated with no falls. Oh, this level was kinda hard. You have to be on the right cycle the whole time. Let's look at Arctic, because this is my favorite stage. Let's just watch the last level. I think I did die to this level. This is the second last level actually. I might have died to the last level too. I don't remember for this one. Yeah, this jump is pretty hard to get the right heights for it. You also have to be fast enough for this wind not to catch up with you. You get the wind in your hair and it's over. It stops here though. You don't have to worry about it moving anymore. I actually like this game a lot more than it deserves, probably. It was 2.4. Like, I would recommend this game, but you can't recommend it to everyone. And the end is nigh. This is easily one of the greatest platformers ever. Did I even have a video of this? Oh, this is my joke. I think I did I cleared it the third time I got to the future, but I had practice enough that I did the future on its own 5 times Deathwish before I started doing attempts. But this death was not serious. Look at that. I hit the wall and then I don't hit the hook because the block's moving away. Where's my video of the clear wall? Did I even clear this? Oh, here's my video. I actually have a funny story about when I cleared this. The attempt before I cleared it, I died right at the end of the past. I slammed my fist into my keyboard and my hand was bleeding. And I just started another attempt, which was a clear. And my hand was covered in blood. But I cleared it. And then I went for a second clear, my hand was still bleeding. I think that story should discourage people from attempting deathless runs, but you should do it anyway. Yeah, but for my future attempts, I died twice in Gloom. I didn't die anywhere else in the future in attempts. Blight took a long time to get consistent, but like I really got consistent at it by the end. Like every time I practiced it, I could clear it deathless. I think like the last few days before I cleared it, I'd like done this. I practiced it countless times and just never died to it for days in a row. But the fish can be inconsistent, but like once you get some experience with it and you know how to like how to respond when they do weird things. There's only so many weird things they can do. So you should just know how to approach everything after a while. Yeah, I took 0 tumors as well. I don't know if anyone else is cleared with 0 tumors. It doesn't really affect anything. I think there's 2 tumors that you have to be careful to avoid. I just added an extra thing into my run for fun. And after I cleared it, I did try to do it twice in a row, but I had to quit out in acceptance, which was right at the end of the run. I think it would have been really impressive if I didn't have to quit out. Well, I actually didn't have to quit out. I could have used the retry escape, which would teleport you back to the start of the area. But even when you quit out, it's the exact same thing. It takes you back to the start of the area. I don't think you can teleport with the map here, but in any other area, you can save yourself by fast traveling instead of quitting out, I think. I don't know if anyone does that. I know people quit out a lot in this run, but I don't know if anyone uses fast travel. Bro, I remember being crestfallen when I had to quit out. Obviously this game is one of the greatest platformers ever. I recommend it. Hi Vitas. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. You're right. Don't worry about it. I'm just talking about my experience with the tier 5s that I cleared. Okay, Pokestuck's the last one here. I tried to record my legend exam with my mic on, but I never uploaded it because like my dad busts into my room and started shouting at me. But let's watch my legend exam anyway. But I really love this game. I want to go back and do. There's new SOs. So I want to do those at some point. And I think it's beating Supercool's time and boostless. I don't know how boostless is. But Pogo Stack is so good though. And the funny thing about this game is that you can. There's no really like a stopping point when you play it. Because you're just always moving no matter what. So it's hard to turn the game off. But yeah, Pogo Stack's one of my favorite challenges I've done. I think my map 2 was pretty good. Or maybe it wasn't. My map 1, I think... I guess it's my PB for map 1, funnily enough. Like a free... What is it? A free 30? No Fulgur alerts is a funny tag. Yeah. Because I don't have Fulgur alerts. Not because I was too lazy to set them up, it's on purpose. I was kinda slow. Maybe I could have been faster here. 346. Pretty sure that's my PB. I think my map 3 was pretty risky at the end. I think it comes down to the last 5 seconds or something. But yeah, the timer is getting pretty close. I think I fall down and have to recover it. Or maybe not, there's probably not enough time to fall down. Which legend was I? 196. I think it was around here that I was making some mistakes. Maybe? I don't know. I made a lot of mistakes somewhere in this map. This is a video from when I got Pogo Master. Because I remember I had to get Pogo Master you have to do what do you call it? Like the rope run. You have to play co-op. You have to clear the first map with another player. And I didn't know who to do it with, so I remember I streamed and I made the title like, please someone play Pogo Stack with me, please someone clear with me. And then there was a Japanese player who, he didn't see my stream, I just like, came across him in game. He was trying to do the same thing because he was trying to get Master as well. And I was playing with him, and then like his third guy joined us as well, and I didn't know that there was like this trick where you can launch yourself really far with another player by stretching the rope. But they showed me how to do that trick basically, and then I cleared it and got Master at the same time as the other Japanese player. This was him. Aro Kitiga-san. I got master at the same time as him. He's my master brother. And Otofi-san was helping us. Povistag is a 5 out of 5. No doubt. Don't even have to think too hard about it. Actually, I should talk about Hollow Knight before I forget about that. But I first tried to do P5 hitless in 2020, and I grinded over like well over 200 hours, I think, and I just could not do it. Probably because I'm bad at bosses, but I just really struggled. And I was like ignoring real life stuff, and that it ended up being a problem because I was too focused on this game. But I gave up on it for a while, and I came back. I think it was 2023 that I came back to it and cleared it, and it didn't take too long when I cleared it again. I'll show this video. I think this is when I was first attempting it in 2020, and I got to Radiance and choked. Hollow Knight Pog. Look at that. That mistake, yeah, that one hurt. I just laughed at it because it happened 6 years ago, so I can laugh at it now. Punished for good DPS. Yeah, but I still fight him fast when I actually cleared it. I think I fight him pretty fast. Just because I didn't jump high enough. Or I attacked too early. I think it cancelled the jump a little bit because I attacked too early. But I still do. I fit him pretty much the same way. At least in the first phase. Also, I never saw anyone else do this, but I just jumped through the gaps in the horizontal needles without dashing. Dodging specs without dash is scary. Is it? I don't know if it's that scary. Is it really harder than doing it normally? Because I didn't like to use the dash because like I wanted to keep it for the sunbeams. I fit the next phase really slow when I think about it. Yeah, this phase I always stay on this middle platform. You know, dash into safe spot on vertical attack. Oh, okay. It's based. Yeah, I always try to do something based in my runs. This climb, I don't know how you get it consistent because sometimes I would really struggle. Sometimes I would do it every single time. Like I felt like I was pretty lucky that I did it this attempt because I hesitated on one of the jumps. Yeah, like I had to react to that. 'Cause I would have just jumped straight up. If Radiants don't wish to come closer. Yeah, it can take a long time sometimes, but it's usually safe. I don't remember the fight too well, but I don't remember what would be undodgeable. Maybe if you run out of souls, so you can't do the downward dash. I think I tried to keep my soul for only downward dash during that phase. I hope I'll clear R5 soon. You probably know. Yeah, I think I've seen you mention it. But good luck, Vitas. You can clear it eventually if you try. I think I give a lot of 5 stars to tier 5s. I think I'm too generous. I might as well talk about tier 6 now. Let's look at Cloudberry Kingdom. Because when I had my first job, I didn't really play any games. I only played games at the weekend. I was playing Cloudberry Kingdom. I only played it 2 hours every week. And then until I quit my job, I started playing more. Actually, I think I'd played Jump King when I quit the job and then went back to CK after. You only have 1 minute to talk about CK. There's not much to talk about it anyway. I might do Anders at some point. I want to do it. After M++, I want to do Pogostock, and maybe I'll do Anders in CK. And there's also Slime Sam, which is probably tier 6. Oh, 320 is a lot easier than 319 now. I think, well, I played 319 for a long time on 144 Hz, which it messes with the game speed. It runs slightly faster than it should, and the speed fluctuates because it fluctuates between like 58 and 61 FPS. If you switch to 60 Hz, it's fine. But I played like well over 150 hours of 319 on 144 Hz, and then I switched to 60 Hz and got way more consistent really fast. How expensive is keys of this game nowadays? Like I'm lucky. I got it right after it was put off of Steam. I only paid like £8 for it or something. As infamous as this game is, it's actually fun. Get a traumatic experience incoming. Root beer took me way too long. Like, look at this. I have folders with like every death I have past stage 4. This is how many deaths I had to... Well, I had more than this. This is just the deaths I had recorded on 4P1. And that's... The way I did it, it's by far the hardest level in the game. Because... that collection. Yeah, the way I do it is frame perfect, because I just wanted to do it that way. The way everyone else does it, the strat they use is a lot more lenient. It's still hard, but it's not frame perfect. Also, I've seen people say that the one of the jumps in 7.2 is frame perfect, but it's not. It's definitely not. I'll talk about it in a minute. I guess this is how many times I died in stage 7. And I had some deaths on stage 5 and 6 because of my keyboard malfunctioning. I had to rebind my keys. And I also had an input eaten by the game one time. It only ever happened once. I mean, I don't know what was up with that. But it's... Ouch. Let's see what the difficult parts of this were. Sorry. This, okay, this boss can be really slow sometimes. Like, this is my least favorite boss. It's just not really fun. And, hold on, my music stopped. I just restarted the playlist. Okay, what was I about to talk about? This... Okay, this level is so bad. Like, this strat looks really boring because it is. It's not as hard as it looks to balance on here, but it's like a minute of just falling through the air. It's so boring, but like, trust me, clearing this level normally is 100 times worse. Like, it's probably one of the hardest levels in the game if you do it normally. But then again, I just don't know the strat. I don't think I ever even once cleared it normally. The boss can't kill you. If it pushes you into a wall and crushes you, it can kill you. But it doesn't kill you just on contact. But yeah, you're just falling for a minute or something. Look, I'm bored. Stage 2 is the easiest. By far the most consistent stage. Even the one level with the snowball throwers. I think I struggled to find a completely consistent strat. It's not that hard in the first place, but like, finding 100% consistent strat takes a while. Stage 3 is mostly whatever. The boss is a bit boring, there's some waiting here. This boss would be unbearable for a deathless run. If you couldn't do this strat. Stage 4 is a bit harder. The stage overall is not that hard, but like the boss is fine when you know the strat. Like I just copied the strat that Casey did because it works. Even if you're off cycle, you can always survive this if you know how to do it. I was off cycle sometimes, and you don't really have to worry about it as long as you know what to do, no matter your cycle. I know Narnia did a different strat here. I don't know how hard that is or not. About 4v1. I don't know why I didn't just copy what Casey's strat was here. I got one person. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. But I don't know what I was thinking when I decided to do this strat, but I just committed to it. Okay, I use the wall jump here. I do a neutral wall jump, so I'm always in the same position. So I'm lined up, and this jump is frame perfect. And I'm pretty sure it's frame perfect no matter how you run towards it. I think this is enough distance to get to max speed before you jump, but it's still frame perfect. I don't know exactly how precise the strat everyone else does is, but it's definitely easier. You just wall jump off the bottom of this block. I mean, you have to peel off the wall a little bit, and then land here. It's still pretty hard, but it's not as stupid as this. I don't know why I decided to do that. Because it's the reason that this run took me so long to clear. And when I say it took me a long time to clear it, it was I have over 500 hours in this game. But honestly, I could play more of this. I don't know how deranged that makes me sound, but I could play this again. I could clear with that first run again for a faster time. I wouldn't mind speedrunning this game well. Stage 5. This is the easiest boss in the game. It's definitely the most tame. He doesn't do anything weird or gimmicky. It's pretty straightforward. Always does the same patterns as well. The bonus levels in this stage are hard. I've seen the strat everyone else does is they jump off of these moving blocks. Like they rush ahead of the wall and jump off the blocks. But I didn't like doing that. I prefer my strat. That section's pretty hard to get the hang of at first. But it's not really a problem for consistency. I died to that drop once because my keyboard malfunctioned. And that happened to me in stage 6 as well one time. Actually, this is a really good strat here. Nobody really knows how to do this section because the conveyor launches you into the spike if you're not careful. But my strat is really good here. I wait until I get close to the top, and then I hold off. I hold away from the wall just for a short tap, and then move back into the wall. And it slows you down enough that you don't get launched up into a spike. And it's very easy. It's very consistent. I don't think anyone else has done it. I mean, at least the runs I've seen, they usually jump off the conveyor, but that's really awkward and difficult. This is the end of stage 5. Yeah. If you... Here's a thing where you can like switch the camera to follow the fairy. If you do that at a specific time, like at some point when this door closes or just after it closes, it can soft lock you, so you just can't move at all. Nothing happens. But that never happened to me in a run because I don't do it, but I just discovered that because I was spamming the camera button while I was practicing sometimes. There's a lot of like bugs like that. Actually, you're not too similar to that. There's other bugs that happen from resetting a stage at specific times. When specific things are happening, it can mess the cycles up and stuff. I think if you reset on... like, it doesn't matter for a good efforts run, because you can't reset a stage. But I think for the 4th boss you can reset it during a fight, and then like a boss is active before you even get to him. And he's launching missiles, so you can't even get into his arena. But the movement in this game is kind of fast. The jump is kind of short, but fast jump. Feels like the gravity is a little bit high. I remember when I first played this game, I said it felt like playing a platformer on 1.2 times speed. It definitely feels a bit faster than most platformers. But stage 6 is overall a jump in difficulty from the previous stages. This level is really fucking boring. But the ending, I guess the last jump out of this pit it's pretty awkward. It's the kind of thing you have to know how to do it. It's not too hard, but I would die to it sometimes in practice. And this boss here, it's different from other bosses. It's just platforming pretty much. But this section with the moving blocks, I've seen other people do this really weird. I think I remember watching when Nimue was attempting this run, and he would use slow walk to land on the left ledge of these blocks, and like he would land on the ledge of each block, and that is the most psychopathic strat I've seen anyone do in this run. Like I just can't fathom why he would even do that. But you should say the same thing about what I did in 4v1. Because it's so easy to just jump off the lower bear. This level is not a big deal. I think that the beginning of this level is a little bit hard. I never died here in a run. And this last section, you can just get to the right wall and this axe on the right won't hit you. And this level is pretty precise to do it the way I do it. It's not like there's any better strat though. But it's a little bit precise to jump at the right height so that you go underneath the top arrow and don't trigger the... Like you stay within the trigger for the bottom arrow so you don't trigger it again. Like yeah, you have to jump low enough so it doesn't trigger this arrow again. It doesn't matter if you trigger the top one because you should be lower than it anyway. And stage 7 is overall the hardest stage. I don't think it's the hardest in terms of execution though. Apart from 7-2. Well, even 7-2 is not the hardest execution in the run. 4B1 is more precise. Yeah, I practiced this level a lot. Because this level is really hard. It's not really suited to be this far into a YOLO. And this jump is kind of this jump here. It's kind of infamous because you have to get a ceiling slide here, which I don't think anyone who cleared the game can even tell you how it works. But the way other people do it is they stand on this ledge and slide down here and just jump once. But I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that's a bad height because when I tried it, it felt like it made the jump more precise. So I always just do a couple jumps on the wall. I found that pretty consistent. And this section is... When I did my first playthrough, I remember feeling like this was one of the hardest sections in the game, but like after I started practicing, I just never would die here. This level is pretty boring. It's just stand on these wheels for a while. I think the risk here is just losing your attention and dying because you just look away or something. Which would never happen to me on a run, but that happens many a time in practice. Igloo Ghost? What is that? I don't know what Igloo Ghost is. I actually messed up the cycle on this boss. Did I already skip? I don't think I did. Okay, this is where I mess up the cycle, because usually music artist. Oh, this song right now is from Konoha 2. It's Israel's Ark. Yeah, I messed up the cycle here because I went above this gap. I usually do the exact same cycle every time on this boss, just to keep it consistent. And because I messed up that cycle, I had no idea what was going to happen for the rest of the stage. Like this, honestly, I'm pretty lucky that I managed to survive this, because I had no idea what was going to happen. Wait, my dodges are good here. Like this ball he fires, I'm surprised I did the right thing there. Wait, I think nothing dangerous after that. You have to wait for the right cycle here. Like when he fires from a certain position. Because some bad things can happen if you don't wait for the right cycle here. Like he can just throw them out in weird positions that are hard to dodge. Or sometimes after you get your control taken away from you at the end of the fight, one of the orbs can still kill you after that if you have a messed up cycle. So you have to be prepared for that and watch your cycle. Oh, this level is whatever. 7B2, I did die on this level. The second last level. Where did I die? I died over here, I think. I died when I was trying to jump into a circle. This timing on this section is pretty hard. Like I try to do the exact same movement every time, just to keep the timing right. I think usually I don't really wait for a cycle for going down this elevator. I just do a whole level in one cycle, pretty much. I think usually people will wait for a cycle here. But you get the good cycle if you just rush through the whole level. And some abnormal things happen with the skulls here, this attempt. That looked pretty close, but that usually happens. I don't really know if there's a better way to do with this first skull. This doesn't usually happen. I think I usually get him stuck under this block. Or maybe he moves somewhere else. I don't remember how exactly I deal with this usually. But yeah, that's not supposed to happen. He's not... You know, I don't expect him to do this. But I knew that can happen sometimes. So I was ready for it. It's not that difficult to deal with. Just have to be ready for it. I mean, this guy was fine. like hesitated on this block. There's no reason you should ever die at this point. But I hesitated. I think someone commented on my video that I just have no reaction. It's really funny that I don't react. I was just watching like these gems spread out, and then I tried to take a screenshot, but the Steam overlay is disabled. But yeah, someone said it was funny that I have no reaction. I didn't really have a reaction now, but after I turned the recording off, I fell on the floor and I was shaking. Like, I tried to upload my video because, or not because, but when I tried to upload my video, I couldn't upload it because my hand was shaking so much that I just couldn't use the mouse. Sequel didn't happen. Like a Root Beer sequel. No Radboar, no nothing. Yeah, I really wonder if the dev expected anyone to clear the Deathwish run at all. Because there was a competition for clearing it within a year of the game's release, I think. Which nobody did. And he probably didn't expect anyone to clear it within that time, but I don't know if he like thought it was even reasonable at all for anyone to clear it. Because the way the difficulty is balanced on in this run is ridiculous. Like it's just, from any other Deathwish run I've done, this is just something else entirely. But I'll show some good deaths I had in stage 7. Here's a death to 7-0. Can you raid? Yeah, sure, you can raid. Hiya. Oh, what was this one? Oh, you got, was this the time I died to a boss? Yeah, this one was really bad. Thanks for going raid here. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I've been talking about my tier 5 games I've cleared. And showing some videos. Right now I'm looking at some of my deaths in stage 7 in Root Bear. This one was really bad. Like this is really bad. You should never die like that. Pain. When I died like this, I actually fell to the floor. Like I was sitting on the floor. Like even my other deaths in stage 7 were not It didn't feel as bad as this. Like this one. Is this another stage 7-2 death? Yeah, 7-2 death. Those are to be expected though. This one... Oh, this is a bugged recording. This is when I died to 7B2, the second last level, but the recording bugged. Which might be a blessing in disguise, because if I had cleared it with that bugged recording, I don't know what would have happened to me. What is this? Oh, it's something. Where did I hear? Oh, this is 7-3 death. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. I think I died right at the end of the elevator here. That one. I was fine with that one. I didn't really find any of these deaths demotivating apart from the one on the boss. This is probably another 7-2 death. So I did die to this jump once in a run. Did I just slam my desk or something? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, this is another 7-2 death. I think... What is that? 4 deaths to 7-2 I had. The hardest part in the challenge? Yeah, it is. And it's especially hard for being less far into the run. I'll show you how it looks normally. Okay, this is the infamous hard jump. Some people have said it's frame perfect, but it's just not. I promise it's not. It's definitely not frame perfect. The awkward thing about it is that you have to get a ceiling slide here, and nobody knows how it even works. Because it's so... Yeah, it's a coyote wall jump. But it's also... It's really specific about the height you have to do it from. But yeah, I just kind of jump against the wall for it. But... Oh, sorry. I just... What was I saying? I just jump against the wall a couple of times to get my timing right, but I've seen the other clears, they land on the ledge of this block. I don't really know for sure if it's bad, but to me it felt like it was a bad height. It felt like it made the jump from here more precise. But yeah. Definitely got the hardest challenge of my career. But let's see. You have to make a wall jump that's skin to ceiling, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Wait, there's a deluxe edition? That was never released. Huh. Average rating 2.1. That's fair. That's a fair rating. 2.5. Like 2.1. Honestly, I don't hate most of this game. I'm not. 7-2 is probably my favorite level in the game, funnily enough. But there, especially some of the bosses, there's just some things in this game that are really, really bad. Like that, this is the worst rating I've given to any of my tier 5s or tier 6s. Yeah, I've talked about pretty much everything. I mean, I'm working on N++ right now. I don't know if I ever clear any of these other games, because I'm not a platformer. It's sort of out of reach for me. Out of reach for my skill set. Yeah, Ron, I dropped this game. Because I wasn't making progress with it for a while. I didn't really like it. I had a problem with getting inputs eaten on this game as well. I don't know if anyone else has had that problem. But it was pretty frequent. I can't even imagine that I could clear run. Did you clear run? I thought you had cleared it. Wait, who has cleared run? Oh, you didn't? Yeah, the game being random, the way it is. Oh, you can't. Yeah, the way the game is random makes it really hard. You can't really practice it in the way you want. So it's just very difficult. I imagine it takes a long time before you start getting used to the same chunks. But for me, it having both a speedrun and a deathless run that are probably about equally difficult. Like it just makes me want to do both at the same time, which is probably not that much harder than doing either one individually. But it just makes it kind of demotivating for me. That there's like two different challenges at a similar level. I wasn't too fond of the game to begin with. Yeah, most of these are impossible for me. I'll tell you something about Shiren. I could not clear this dungeon, and I put about 200 hours into it, and I wasn't able to clear it. Where strategy is impossible for me. Because I would get like 60, 74s in. Like it happened to me multiple times. 60, 74s in. And I would just like stop paying attention and just start using basic attacks on an enemy. Which is guaranteed to kill you. Hello, Mihito Kiyomi. Hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well. But maybe I'll go back to Shiren. I did enjoy the game. Yeah, most of this I would just never be able to fully clear it. Mineralf. This game looked pretty interesting. It does have a Deathless run, which is why it's tier 5. You didn't know I have Taiko? I'm not very good at it, but I love Taiko. I mostly play VSRG for rhythm games. Yeah, I've been playing VSRG consistently for the last maybe 2 years. I mostly play Osumania, but with DJ Max quite a bit. I have Easy 2 on as well. I want to try that at some point. I want to try 8 keys in Easy 2 on. Oh, you love Osumania too. Deathless Dungeon. I did play through this game once. And I didn't like it that much, but I probably would have attempted the YOLO if it wasn't for the last boss. Like I don't really know how you could get that consistent. I mean, I'm sure you can get it consistent because two people have cleared it now. So I'm sure it does get consistent enough. Yeah, but right now, I think I already said this, but right now I'm playing N++, and then next I'm gonna do Holostock because that has an SO that would make it tier 6. There's an SO for beating Super Cruise time, and for completing maps boostless, I think. And I also want to do Anders mode in Cloudberry Kingdom. And there's also Slime Sound, which is probably a tier 6. From what I played out, I mean, I could pretty safely say it's a tier 6. I don't know if it's as hard as Root Bear, but it's definitely up there. I think it would be harder than any other YOLO I've done, apart from Root Bear, probably. That's what I'm assuming. Anyway, who has the most tier 6 clears? I want to get more tier 6 clears. I have the second most tier 5s. I think if I clear the SOs in post, like I lose a tier 5 clear. I'm not sure how it works. But yeah, if I finish N++, I'll probably be number 1 here. At least until someone else clears a third platformer tier 6. But anyway, I talked about everything I want to talk about right now. Not gonna play a game right now because I'm gonna go get dinner soon. So I'll just end it here. But thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone who commented. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Oh, we'll be doing more streams. There's more stuff I want to do on stream. And I want to play games on stream too. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.